ScouterStan here. Thank you for joining me for the second part of the Eagle Scout process for mentors. Phase 3, this is part 2. In part 1 we briefly discussed the process of doing the application. Getting ready for the Scoutmasters Conference, and then getting all the required signatures and getting that to the council office. Okay, you've done all that. Now it's time to move on to the board of review. You finally got information back from council that says that your Eagle application has been completed and all the signatures are there. There is a board of review packet that usually follows with the application that you filled out. That will actually go to the troop. The troop, the advancement team, or somebody in the troop committee will actually go about the process of setting up the location, the time, who will be on the board of review, and they'll also be working on the actual reference letters that were part of the application. The advancement team will receive these reference letters. They will never cross your hands, the scout's hands, or the mentor's hands, unless they are actually writing a letter as reference for the scout. The scout will not see these letters at any point during this process. The board of review will consist of a minimum of 3 members. One will be from the council advancement team, one will be from the troop committee, and there will be somebody from the advancement committee. The scout can request additional people to be on his board of review. The restrictions are that no family members are allowed on the board of review, in addition to scoutmasters and assistant scoutmasters. They are not allowed to be on the board of review. Of course, all of those 3 can designate someone else to fill in their shoes for the required board of review. When all of the reference letters have been received, a board of review date can be determined. The Life Scout should meet with the Eagle Scout mentor prior to the board of review, usually about 30 minutes ahead of time. During this meeting, we will go over all of the things that will go on during the board of review with the scout. The Life Scout is encouraged to bring his parents and family along. They will not be in the board of review, but they can wait for them outside the board of review, before and after. It is imperative that the Eagle Scout comes to the board of review in complete uniform, including his merit badge sash. The Life Scout or Eagle candidate should bring all of the materials that they brought to the Scoutmasters Conference. This includes Eagle Scout Service Project Book, Merit Badge and Training Book, the Eagle Scout Candidate's Handbook, and 3 copies of his life statement. The Eagle Scout candidate can request that the Eagle Scout mentor or Scoutmaster are in the room. They will sit behind the Eagle Scout and will not be asked any questions or permitted to answer any questions or say anything during the board of review. This will need approval from the district or council advancement chair. The reason for this is they're there for moral support of the Eagle Scout candidate, and if there are questions after the board of review, they can be asked questions separately without the scout in the room to confirm or elaborate and clear up any questions that were not clear. In the meeting before the board of review with the mentor, make sure that the scout understands that he will not be retested on any scout skills. That is in the past. He will be asked questions in regards to the scouting program and how he developed in the scouting program. The whole board of review should take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. It should be very, very fast. Granted that you have only 3 people doing the board of review. If you have more than that, it will take a little longer. After the board review, everyone is excused from the room. The board will deliberate and then give their verdict. They must have a unanimous verdict on an Eagle Scout. Upon approval, the date of the board review is the date of the Eagle Scout rank. Make sure you take lots of pictures of this moment. The board review chairman will take all reference material with them to be destroyed. The chairman will also instruct the scout to keep everything in the actual board review confidential between other scouts. Of course, the new Eagle Scout can talk freely with his family and non-scout friends. The paperwork will be signed and then taken to the scout office for it to be sent off to National. When the paperwork arrives at National, it will go through an approval process and then notification will be sent back to the council. Many councils will have donated funds to supply the actual Eagle Award. Whether the council has this available, they will still send out a notification to the scout and his family. At that point, we can move on to an actual Eagle presentation ceremony. And that's the phases of the entire process of becoming an Eagle Scout. My next video will be on the actual ceremony that you can go through. And ceremonies can vary from being very elaborate to very simple. There are some things that you want to cover, but we'll talk about that in the next video. If you like that series, you may want to actually be part of the community here on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe button up there. That way you can be a part of it. Don't forget to hit the notification button. If you like this series, please give me a big thumbs up. If you like to see more of what we have here on ScouterStan, just click on the video below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the trail.